Look at this, the wonder of nature on full display over the crystal clear waters in the Maldives. A trio of manta rays circling a swimmer. It's fun to know that manta rays have the largest brain to body weight ratio of any fish, making them smart enough that even dolphins might be a little jealous.
Never knew that about those creatures. Look at that. That's very tranquil.
It is. I'd be a little scared if I was that swimmer, not gonna lie. Would you? Like, I really wouldn't want to be that close to them.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. But I appreciate it on the TV.
From above, huh?
Have you ever done that swim with the dolphins or anything like that?
It's on my bucket list. My friend Amanda and I were just talking about, she comes on Court TV from time to time. Brilliant lawyer, one of my best friends. And we're like, we're going to the Bahamas and we're swimming with the dolphins this year. So I will have pictures to put on the show, Rob.
Send me pictures. Send me pictures. Let me know how it is.
Yes. I was supposed to swim with pigs on my trip to the Bahamas. Yeah, no, it's a thing. There are wild pigs that like swim in the ocean and you can feed them and they're friendly. And when I took a cruise with my family, Rob, you know you'd want to do this too, right? It's so fun. And the excursion was canceled. I went on this cruise with my family in February and was all signed up. Nobody wanted to go with me. My dad was like,
and the pigs weren't feeling it either.
I'll do it. Oh, I know. She's too excited. So, yeah, but I guess it was windy, and they won't swim if the wind is a little too strong in the current. It's too much for them. So,
I'm sure you'll get that back on your agenda soon. Dolphins and pigs.
Yes.
Woo! I'll be at the tiki bar. You know how I roll.
I do.
Okay. Let's begin like we like to do here. Stories from the top of our feed. Here we go. A box office superstar will have you singing "What Can I Say Except You're Welcome."
Yes, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, broke the news that production's in the works for a live-action Moana. That's, of course, the Disney movie about a young princess who takes on her fears in order to help her island village. And Johnson is a proud Pacific Islander who brings Moana's helper, Maui, to life.
I feel like The Rock is everywhere. Yes. You know what I mean? I feel like I just he's everywhere with everybody and the movies and now, you know what I mean? And hosting this and hosting that and, you know.
Can I just tell you, when I was a sophomore in college, my roommate and I had a life-size cutout of The Rock in our dorm room. Like, and we positioned it like back in the corners. We had this huge room. Like, we lucked out. It was like a corner dorm room. Like, it's like, whoa, there's The Rock, all buff and shirtless and standing in the corner, ready to body slam somebody. So I've been obsessed with him for years.
Really? I have a lot of follow-up questions to that, but you're telling us to move on, so so we will. But if you're watching, Dwayne, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be your personal trainer all these years. Earlier this week, we celebrated the crowning of 2 national champions in college basketball. So congrats to the LSU Lady Tigers and, of course, the Huskies from Connecticut. March Madness lived up to its name and then some this season. But there was another champion crowned over the weekend, and we also want to celebrate that as well.
Yes, the chess team from Renaissance High School in Detroit. They claimed the top spot after 4 days of matches. And this is a unique group. They're also hoping to inspire other kids in their community. Here's why.
I think it means shedding light on the children of Detroit, in all honesty. You know, showing that although we come from a relatively poor city, that there's still hope, there's still a future within the kids of Detroit. I remember when I was a kid, you know, I was really bored most of the time. I usually get in trouble, break some stuff, you know, something. But chess really calmed me down, helped me focus my mind to something that's, you know, worth my time.
So great. 14 kids on that team. They placed 8th last year and then came back to win it all this year. So quite a jump.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they were that close in winning last year, but just put their minds to it, worked hard, and voila, there you have it.
I love it. And I love the life lessons, even though I don't play, that chess can teach you. You know what I mean? Because it's about strategy and thinking ahead. And, you know, and mapping out steps. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of how you play chess can be applied. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in your head. So congrats to them for sure.
Speaking of brainy people, let's talk about some more smart high schoolers now who are engineering some solutions in their hometowns.
That's exactly the case for a group of students at a Northeast Ohio high school. They're turning in their final project to global super company Samsung today. and Nadine Abusada shows us exactly what they've created.
Why don't we move the sign like 2 feet?
While the rest of the school is enjoying their spring break.
This one? Okay.
These Green High School students
Yeah, my soldering iron works. It's just hard to solder on the floor.
are testing out a project they've been working on since October.
It is a big moment. I think tomorrow's going to even be a bigger moment.
In their STEM class, they were given the task to come up with an idea that would be entered into the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow project.
Samsung puts out some grant money and they challenge students to engage with their community to solve problems for the betterment of the community.
This is the intersection that they based their project around, Mayfield and Wise Road. But when you look at it, you think, oh, it's a normal intersection. But then you look just a little bit closer. And what you see is a hill there, and also a hill right there.
It's like you have maybe 3 or 4 seconds of notice if there's a car coming, and it's 45, so it's really it's high stress.
So, the student's solution involves sensors,
And they detect distance up to about 12 or 13 meters.
which would detect oncoming traffic that then light up this sign.
We can say, okay, this car is going to be an issue for the oncoming traffic, and we can alert the sign, which will start flashing.
Though the project started in class, the 3 students took it on full-time in their science club once their STEM course was over, working to perfect their idea and even getting the city involved.
We've had a couple meetings with him, like sat in the mayor's office.
So this has been approved to the city level
Yes.
with the engineer.
Yes.
Now, as they test their work out,
All right, let's do this. Are you excited? It's gonna work.
Hopefully. Excited.
You gotta get some speed.
are you stressed?
Yeah, I'm a little stressed.
Continued trial and error.
One of the first activities we do, it teaches them to fail, and they're gonna probably fail a lot.
Okay. Let's see if it works.
These students are still in disbelief at what they've created,
I never thought we'd make it this far, to be honest.
I don't think any of us thought that it would go this far.
how far they've come.
So April 5th, we need to submit our final video to Samsung explaining what we've done and what we hope to continue to do.
They just hope they'll win the competition and soon see it as a reality on the street.
And if we get to the next phase of the competition, it's well within the realm of possibility.
It might not work at every intersection, but we were thinking like rural roads where you have those random stop signs.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And I know a lot of cities that could use that technology
Yes.
once you get that off
Atlanta's
the
one
ground.
of them.
Atlanta, New York would be bad. LA would
please.
like it.
Yeah.
Wow. No, well done. Bravo. Anything that makes us safer on the roads, hey, I think is,
We're all for it.
they were all for it.
Yes.
2 thumbs up. So, yeah, good luck to them. They have a big week. All right, with that, let's get your popcorn out as we bring you a few quick stories that are just fun to know. One of our favorite segments here on the show, just brain candy. And we're going to carry on our theme of young people creating groundbreaking and potentially life-changing inventions.
That's right. We start with then 13-year-old Shubham Banerjee, who in 2015 used a Lego kit and $5 of hardware from Home Depot to create a Braille printer. Those printers typically cost $2,000, but his DIY project comes in around $400. Little genius he is.
Something needed, and you can do it far more cheaply. Hey, I mean,
Incredible.
Win-win, right.
Yes, incredible. And get this, our next young inventor was inspired by love. Kenneth's grandpa suffers from Alzheimer's, and he noticed that grandpa had hurt himself in the middle of the night.
So, when Kenneth was just 14, he created a sensor that would send mobile alerts when dementia patients wandered away from their beds. Kenneth got a patent, very important, for his invention, and is founder and CEO of his company, which produces wearable sensor products. That's a huge deal. As someone whose dad has dementia and it's not pretty, that's critical. And and
it's a worry.
And my dad's mom had it, and so she would, the wandering and it's a huge problem because they just lose mental capacity and safety awareness, and it becomes very difficult. So that could be a game changer for a lot of families and a lot of people.
I didn't know there was such a thing as a wearable device for dementia patients, that
Me either.
would send an alert. So what a great thing. I mean, I wonder how many people we didn't know, and I mean, in the news, industry, you wonder how many Americans might be able to benefit from that child's brilliant creation.
He's going to do very well. That's going to do very well. You heard it here first. That's my full-throated prediction. Finally, we all know kids would rather play than do the household chores, of course. So our next inventor kind of combined the two.
Yes, when Remya Jose was 14, she created a way to turn a family's stationary bike into a way to power a washing machine. Look at this. The device will clean clothing in parts of the world that are lacking electricity.
That's amazing. Well, one, obviously, it's sad that there are parts of the world that lack electricity, but yeah, there are. But that you can have a little bit of fun, get some exercise, and still get laundry done. And everyone hates laundry. It's, tedious and, not exactly the best part of your day.
No.
So, bravo to really important inventions. Ever think about all three of those things?
Oh my gosh, right?
Big stuff. Really nice. Really nice.
Little geniuses.